The Steam Deck is probably my favorite console of all time. But it does have some problems. So, let's once and for all answer the question, what Steam Deck accessories do we really need? What accessory to get if you can only pick one? And most importantly, what's the most useless accessory out there? As we already established, the Steam Deck is an amazing device, but storage is limited, even with the new 1TB Steam Deck OLED. Luckily, the wise and benevolent rulers at Valve have kept this in mind and have given us hot swappable SD cards. These babies come in all shapes and sizes. I personally like the 1TB card as it's nice and big and size is all that matters after all, but they're not the most price effective. You can get the 128, 256 or 512 gig cards from a respectable source like ScanDisk for like $20, $25 and $35 respectively. Alternatively, the 1TB cards are still a lot more pricey, starting at $80. And of course, there's all of this stuff. This has to do with the reading and writing speeds of the card. In short, U1 and U3 are the minimum writing speeds, either 10 megabytes per second or 30 megabytes per second. Hence, the 1 and the 3. The little one in the bottom here shows that there's actually a max transfer limit of 104 megabytes per second. What this means is that U3.1 has a minimum writing speed of 30 megabytes per second, but can potentially get up to 104 megabytes per second. Lastly, there's A1 and A2, which shows the minimum input and output access per second to the card. And this is especially important for storing and reading data like video games. A1 is slower than A2 with 1500 random read and 500 random writes per second. A2 has 4000 random read, 2000 random writes, which is a bunch of talk to say that A2 is much faster and theoretically better for playing video games. Having said that, I use a U3 A1 card and I haven't had any problems playing video games. If we pull up the old laptop again, there's definitely a significant price difference between these two cards. And in my humble opinion, my U3 A1 card that I have has never given me any problems and is significantly cheaper than this U3 A2 card. Oh, and don't forget to get one of these handy SD card holders. Now, one of the weaker areas of the Steam Deck, and admittedly, the OLED has somewhat remedied this, battery life. Even with the OLED, I'm not getting much more than an hour and a half if I'm playing an intense game. Lucky for us, I have the solution. Power cable. Alright, I'm kidding, but say... Let's say I'm here in the attic. For those cases, I have the Baseus PowerBank. It's cold in here, I'm getting out. That's better. The Baseus PowerBank, or any power bank really that can sustain its Steam Deck, which means it has to be able to deliver at least 45 watts of power. This thing gives me an additional 3 or 4 hours of charge, which basically triples my gaming time, which is amazing. 4 regular USB ports, 2 USB-Cs and a micro USB. Aside from charging your Steam Deck, you can of course also charge your laptop or your phone, given you have the cables for it. This thing is pricey, but it's worth it. Man, what a bag. And don't get me wrong, I love the case that comes with the Steam Deck. It's strong, it's small, but also it doesn't fit a whole lot. This TomTalk bag fits everything I need. Steam Deck, obviously, even has a protective area around the joysticks. Charger, power bank, dock, plenty of space for anything you need. Even has extra zippers over here for your SD cards. And for only 50 bucks, it's yours. Look at this stylish beast. The JSAW full body protective case and a 10-foot drop. I can't do it. I can't do it. This protective case from JSAW is nice. Makes the whole thing feel a little more formidable. Solid textured grips, scratch-proof, backplane, and most important of all, shock absorption for when you get a little too enthusiastic. Also, it comes with this sweet stand. The only thing I don't like is that you can't fit it in the OLED case. Hence, the aforementioned carrying bag. Now, before the last accessory, let's take a look at these. I introduce to you the Steam Pal. I mean, this thing looks great. I really want one. It does plug into your audio port, which I'm not a big fan of. Something dangling from your audio port. Then, there's this Steam Deck case, and it just looks cool. Yeah, this thing looks cool. But then this seems like it just fits a Switch. Switch is quite a bit smaller than Steam Deck, and it only barely fits. It very obviously says Steam Deck right there. I just had to try it and figure it out. Also, handmade buttons to liven up your Steam Deck. And they come in PlayStation, Xbox, and these colorful ones. Now this next one I didn't even know was a thing, and I really want one, and it's not as much weird as it's just cool. This is a Windows 10 plug and play SD card for your Steam Deck. You just plug in your SD card, you just boot Windows straight from there, which I didn't even know was possible. I might have to order one of these right now. And I saved the best for last. Check this out. I mean, these tentacle docks are awesome. 25 bucks. Look at this beauty. These are pretty cool. Have to hand it to Nintendo. Those detachable Joy-Cons sure are nice, but I sure love my Steam Deck dock. Coming home after playing on a small screen all day, throwing it up on the TV, just has something. Nintendo was right on the money when they started out with the Switch. I have two docks right here, the JSAW dock and the official Valve Steam Deck dock, and both are very similar. But the JSAW dock actually feels a little more substantial with its metallic finish and larger frame. But other than that, they're very similar, and in practicality, both docks work great. Over the lifetime of the Steam Deck, Valve has done a remarkable job with the dock's functionality. Both work right out of the box. The JSAW dock is still a lot cheaper than the official Valve dock. Alright, so we've seen a lot of accessories, all great.
Yeah, baby! Yeah.
But if you can only pick one, where does that leave us? Originally I was gonna say you really can't go without your SD card. But with the release of the OLED, I don't think that's true anymore. The carrying bag and case are nice. And the dock is not unmissable. I don't think, however, I could miss my power bank. I use it all the time, and not even when I'm traveling either. It's just so much easier than sitting next to a power outlet. So, if you can only pick one, that's the one. Those are all the accessories you'll need. I have a few accessories on my wish list still, like an external portable monitor and a nice Bluetooth speaker, but those are just nice extras. Let me know if I missed any that should have been on the list. Also, along with all those nice accessories, you're gonna need some new games. Luckily for you, I've got this great list of upcoming 2024 titles right here. Other than that, I hope to see you in the next one.